Have you ever noticed how some family members never seem to graduate from the kids' table no matter how old they get? Well, what if I told you that somewhere out there, there's a kids' table where the children literally haven't aged in decades and they're absolutely furious about it? Picture this. It's Thanksgiving 1987. Little Jack sits at the folding card table pushed into the corner, plastic plate in front of him, watching the adults laugh and share stories at the big mahogany table. He's 8 years old and dreams of the day he'll join them, but that day never comes because Jack is still 8, Sarah beside him is still 6, and Marcus across from him is still 10. The thing about being stuck in time is that your mind keeps growing even when your body doesn't. These kids have witnessed nearly 40 Thanksgivings from that same cramped corner. They've watched cousins grow up, get married, have children of their own, and take seats at the adult table. But not them, never them. At first, they didn't understand what was happening. Year after year, they'd ask when they could sit with the grown-ups, only to be told, "Maybe next year, sweetie." But next year never came for them. They began to realize something was terribly wrong when their younger cousins started towering over them. When babies they remembered being born were suddenly teenagers applying to college. The psychological toll is devastating. Imagine having the accumulated wisdom and frustration of 4 decades trapped inside the body of a child. They've overheard every adult conversation, every family secret, every piece of gossip whispered across the dinner table. They know about Uncle Frank's gambling problem, Aunt Linda's affair, and exactly why Grandpa really left the family business. But here's where it gets interesting. After decades of being dismissed, ignored, and patronized, these eternal children have developed something the adults never saw coming. They've become incredibly resourceful. They've learned to communicate through subtle glances, to coordinate their tiny rebellions, to gather intelligence that would make seasoned spies jealous. This past Thanksgiving, something changed. The kids exchanged a look that 40 years of shared imprisonment had perfected. They were done waiting, done being patient, done accepting their fate at the miniature furniture with the plastic cups and paper napkins. What started as harmless pranks escalated quickly. Mysteriously, the adults' wine glasses kept emptying themselves. The good china developed hairline cracks overnight. Family photos began showing disturbing anomalies that couldn't be explained. The adults dismissed these incidents as coincidences, but the kids knew better. They were sending a message. The real question isn't how this happened to them, or even why. The question is, what happens when decades of pent-up resentment finally explodes from people who look like innocent children, but think like seasoned adults with nothing left to lose? Because this Christmas, the kids' table is planning something special. And trust me, the adults are not going to like it. Some traditions are meant to be broken, even if you have to burn the whole dining room down to do it. The revolution starts at 3 feet tall.